Bruno, I want to ask you if you could talk as much as you could about how the first time you met Elvis Presley and the last time you ever saw him, and all the, people are always talking about the bad things about him. I'd like you to,
Okay, yeah, I'll tell you that story. I'll try and make it as brief as I can.
You don't have to make it brief. It's
okay, good. I was ushering out here in Los Angeles at a theater called the Vogue Theatre.
Sure.
And that's how, before I started acting, that's one of the ways I supported myself. And about 10 o'clock one night, a gentleman came up to the window and he bought 25 tickets. And he just kept walking back and forth. And we were playing a very bad movie at the time. And when Elvis went out, if he wanted to go out to the movies, to a public movie, he had to go to a bomb because that meant there would be less people in the audience to go crazy, right? So this guy's walking back and forth, and I'm on the door. I've got the, the usher's handbook clutched firmly in place, and I've got all the rules down. And I say to him, listen, sir, if you want, I will tear those tickets for you, and then when your party comes, I'll let the rest of the people in, and they'll join you. So, well, my boss might change his mind. I said, after you spent all that money on those tickets, I doubt it. He said, well, you don't know my boss. And with that, a Mercedes-Benz limo, roughly about the size of this room, pulled up. and at one time in his life, Elvis made a deal with God that he could be Elvis if God would let him be Elvis, if Elvis promised to never let anybody forget seeing him. Because he got out of this Mercedes-Benz, he was decked out in violet, skin-tight suede jumpsuit.
Yeah, look at me, I'm Elvis.
An amazing belt with an eagle on it, pink fringe, American silver eagles around his neck in turquoise getting bigger and bigger, blue-black hair, sunglasses. Now, Priscilla Presley is a beautiful woman.
No question. And by the way, this would make Liberace look pale.
She was standing next to him. I never saw her. I didn't see anybody. Now, we've talked earlier. I was around show business all my life.
Sure.
Nobody, no celebrity ever throws me, right? He starts walking towards me. I went limp. I didn't tear tickets. I slumped up against the door. I said, the king. It's the king. The king is here. It's the king. And he said, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Very much. And he goes into this theater. And I pull myself together. And I think, well, it's Elvis, and I've got to do something. And so I go in and I say, Mr. Presley, if you want, I'll set up chairs in the projection booth. Nobody will. No, that's okay, son. That's okay. About a half hour later, he comes out. And he says, where's the little boy's room? So it's right upstairs, Mr. Presley. And all of a sudden, this guy comes out and comes up to him and whispers something in his ear. Guy, downtrodden-looking guy. Elvis takes off the ring and gives it to him.
Well, he was known for generosity.
Yes, but I saw this.
Yeah.
Went in. Later on, he came out. The Candy Girls wanted his autograph. He signed. Another guy, he just reached in and gave this guy all his money. Oh. Now, my mother at the time, who's since passed on, was a huge Elvis Presley fan. So I run to a phone booth and I say, Mom, this movie's ending in 20 minutes. You've got to get down here. Elvis is here. Elvis had developed a style of autograph signing in crowds, which was very good, which is he knew that if he stopped, he could never, ever go on with the rest of his life. People would just come for miles and miles. So he would do this thing, which is a technique. He would sign your autograph, but only on the move. So he'd say, walk with me, darling. Walk with me, darling. Walk with me, darling. Right? Now, my mother shows up at the theater. She doesn't move too well, and she can't get to him. She just can't keep up to get him. And he gets in the limousine. Now, we had a friend, we still do, a wonderful guy whose act I'm sure you love, named Carl Ballantine.
Oh, no question.
The great Ballantine, right? He had done some pictures with Elvis. As this limousine starts to pull away, the window's open this big, my mother says, Elvis, Carl Ballantine said you would sign my autograph. Limousine pulls back, window comes out, and off into the night.
Wow.
So you read a lot of things about a lot of people, but on that night, he was magic. And people don't get to have magic like that their entire lives.
That's correct.
And he was truly magic.
That's correct.